Turnkey Contracts. Turnkey Contracts candidates is a traditional public sector procurement model for infrastructure facilities. And generally, a private contractor is selected through a bidding process. The private sector contractor then designs and builds a facility for a fixed fee. Designs and builds. Designs and builds. So through a bidding process, a contractor is identified. The private contractor then designs the facility, then builds it for a fixed fee. At a fixed fee, a contractor is a private contractor is selected through a bidding process. Then the private contractor designs and builds the facility. Do you understand? The private contractor, I repeat, designs and builds a facility for a fixed fee. For example, it could be, it can also be a fixed fee or rate or a total cost, which is one of the key criteria in selecting the winning bid. So there could be many bidders, then one is selected based on the total cost that the private contractor will promises to charge, which is one of the criteria in winning a bid. And therefore, the private contractor assumes risks involved in the design and the construction phases of the facility or the project. And the scale of investment by the private sector is generally low and for a short term. The scale of what? Of investment. And typically, in this type of arrangement, there is no strong incentive for early completion of the project. So this type of private sector participation is what is known as design and build. So what are the pros? What are the advantages of this model? Number one, this model is well understood. Because it's a model that has been used for many years. It is a traditional public sector procurement model for infrastructure facilities, traditional. It is well understood, traditional model. And another advantage is that the contract agreement, not complex. The contract, the agreement between the public sector and the private contractor is not complex. It's not complex. Yet another advantage is that generally contract enforcement is not a major issue. Enforcement easy. Enforcement is easy. It's not an issue. But this one also comes with some drawbacks. What are the drawbacks? The first obvious one is that the private sector has no strong incentive for early completion. No strong incentive for early completion. No, there is no strong incentive for early completion. Another point is that all risks except those in the construction and installation phase are borne by the public sector. Some risks borne by the public. Apart from the design risks and the early construction risks, the rest of the risks are borne by the public sector. That's a disadvantage. Then lastly, there is low private investment for a limited period. Low private investment for a limited period. Low private investment for a limited period. Low private investment for limited period. There are other disadvantages like only limited innovation may be possible. Limited innovation.